Me there. Well, away from love and history of submission, it's time to talk politics. Well, the push to give local government full control of their funds has always been in the focus, with the calls for real change at the community level. The Supreme Court's ruling on local government autonomy in Nigeria says money should go straight to the 774 councils, but implementation remains slow in many states. According to experts, true autonomy will allow local government fix roads, support small businesses, and respond faster to security issues. Will this policy deliver real governance at the grassroots? Now, joining us for this critical conversation is political analyst Ayotunde Olude. Thank you so much for joining us.
Good morning.
TVC Breakfast Saturday.
Good morning. Good morning.
Welcome. Welcome.
Yeah. Wow. I'm tempted to talk about this issue of law, but let's leave there and talk about local government autonomy. What's your assessment after the Supreme Court, the landmark Supreme Court judgment? Are states really implementing this? Are we seeing their funds going to the 774 local governments in Nigeria?
Well, once again, good morning, Nigerians. First and foremost, let me say that it is undisputed that in a liberal democracy, it is the sovereignty of the people that owns the power at every level. And that's why on the 11th of July 2024, the Supreme Court of Nigeria, led by their justices, gave a landmark judgment that the federal government, mandating the federal government that funds should be paid directly to the 774 local government, that is taking away the joint collaboration between the state government and the local government, which has always been a major issue in the past, because if you recall that funds actually go to state government, then state government would disburse to local governments, which has hindered, development at the grassroots level. And the Supreme Court judgment is very, very clear. And we must, first and foremost, give kudos to the Attorney General of the Federation for having the boldness by suing the Abia State government and 35 others to the Supreme Court by getting the clear interpretation of that, section of our constitution, that what does the constitution say about the local government autonomy. And the justices said that, the local government are the third tier of the government. They must be given the opportunity to control their resources, to control whatever comes in. So this, for me, is a good, step in the right direction if it is fully implemented by the local government authorities, if the state governments are not encroaching the affairs of the local government. So it's a good step in the right direction.
All right. This is a good step in the right direction. However, let me just pull you back a little bit, because the truth is, if we're speaking all of this big English and then Nigerians understand what we're talking about, we're not making headway. So for clarity and understanding, what exactly does it mean when we're talking about local government autonomy?
Well, autonomy is freedom. When you have a financial freedom, when you have access to what belongs to you without any interference, without any undue interference from the state government. You will agree with me, even when after the Supreme Court judgment, I'm going to take a prototype, the Oyo State government, for example. You could see protests, from the state government that no, they will not agree with that judgment, that the funds will come straight into the state account before they can distribute to local government. And it was so shocking, because I feel that, some of these local government chairmen are being held on the neck, and they're being held on the tight corner. Because you could feel it that they came out to protest against that decision of the Supreme Court, because you could feel that, they are not independent, they are not given the leverage to do whatever they want to do. So they protested that, no, I'm talking about the local government chairman in Oyo State, that the funds should be paid to the local government. So that shows that the state determines whatever happens at the local government level. But the good thing is that the Attorney General said that through the office of the Accountant General of the Federation, that any local government that does not respect this judgment will not, be paid their allocation. And you could see the speed at which many state governments that haven't conducted elections in the past, quickly conducted elections, and and that has gone around the country. Every state now have a working and functional local government operating at different levels. So for me, it's a good, like I say, it's a good step in the right direction if it is fully implemented by the local government authorities.
So my follow-up question now is, what to you now, based on your observation of the situation? This conversation is one that has gone on for a while, right? Now, moving it forward, what would you really say is hindering the implementation of that going forward? What do you really think, would you say it is? And then would you actually admit and agree to the fact that, do you think local governments actually have the mechanism and the systems in place to actually handle the allocations?
Well, because it has been a major issue that has happened for years without proper check. And like I said, kudos to the government of the day for, implementing this. And I can tell you for free that funds are now being paid directly into the local government accounts. Funds are no more going into, state government accounts. It is now left for the people to now hold their local government chairman accountable for the funds they are receiving, because this is no more time for stories that we are not receiving funds.
So are you saying that the 774 local governments, they've complied with this directive? Is that what you're saying?
Every state, as of today, have a functioning local government, and funds are being paid directly into the local government account without any interference. So if any local government does otherwise, then they will face the full wrath of the law. Because you ask for financial autonomy, it has been given to you. The Supreme Court already gave judgment, and the government have complied by paying these funds into your account. So you use these funds for what is meant for, by providing the necessary amenities for the people who voted into power.
Well, looking at this implementation, the landmark judgments from the Supreme Court on local government autonomy is one of the achievements of this administration, and the president has been speaking tough concerning this, talking to state governors that you need to wet the ground to ensure that we see more dividends of democracy to the people at the grassroots, which is very key, very germane, sacrosanct at this time. Are we seeing this development at the grassroots?
In all honesty, I agree with the president's statement, because the grassroots, the local government, they are closer to the people more than the state or the federal government. So if any problem should spur up in this country today, it will start at the local level. You understand? So that's why we have the local government, authorities to mediate. And that's why the president said, wet the ground, because these revenues are coming in, it has increased, it has doubled, it has tripled. So use this money for what it is meant for. You understand what I'm saying? So with what I'm saying, and with the compliance of some states, for example, we'll take some states like in River State, we can see in Obiakpo, we can see in Port Harcourt City, we can see in LMA. You could see the development. Based on my personal research as an analyst, I have, gotten information that yes, truly these funds are being used, for what is meant for. And that takes me back to what you asked, that is it truly that the local governments are using these funds for what is meant for? I will take my local government, for example, Olude Solo. Over the past years, it was like as if local government was on ICU. It was as if local government chairman just come into, government and pay salaries, they go back home and sleep. Our local government was once described as a glorified slum, if I'm permitted to use that word, because you could not feel any impact of government. Bad roads, bad infrastructure, security issues, just name it. But kudos to the current chairman, Otumba Almaruf Olude, who came into office with the purpose and the desire to work for the people. People were skeptical if it truly, is going to deliver, but it changed the narrative that yes, local governments can work. And over the years, through education, through infrastructure, through security, by providing empowerment for the residents of Olude Solo, you can go there, you can verify. This is not AI. These are things that are evident. You understand what I'm saying? So, with what is on ground, I believe that the local government is working, and all we just need now is just that we should just encourage and ensure that they use these funds for what is meant for.
Okay, so still, for me, still back to Nigerians. Nigerians need to know, they need to feel it, they need to see it. Now, what would you say would be the signs? I mean, you've mentioned the local government, which is quite impressive, but then again, it shouldn't be just one, right? Fine, we have exemplary people. You actually mentioned earlier that the people need to hold the local government chairmen responsible. I mean, you are literally elected, or rather in this position to do certain things. Is it necessary that they now hold you responsible? That aside, what are the things and the signs and the fruits we'll see when, to guarantee that, autonomy is actually here and it's actually working?
Yeah, like I said, you know, an average Nigerian today just want to have good road. They want to have good security. They want to have, you know, access to water. You know, all these things. Once all these things are put in place, it's not necessary that everybody will get money. Oh, because money is coming to the local government, we want to distribute money to everybody. That is technically impossible. And like I said, permit me to just go back, because they say charity begins from home. I will take my local government as a prime example as well. Over the past few years, we have bad roads. And under 5 years under this current administration, under my local government, the chairman has constructed over 75 roads, 65 boreholes across the 7 wards, empowerment for mega empowerment for over 1,000 residents through, you know, provision of materials, refrigerator, motorcycles, tricycles. These boys they call Kurokwe.
These are for people who are party men.
No. I disagree.
Okay.
I disagree because party is just a vehicle for you to get into office. And once you get to that office, you carry everybody along, if they vote for you or not. You understand what I'm saying? So you are serving the people, not the party. The party is just a vehicle. So he has done that for everybody, irrespective of your political affiliation. You can go to Oshodi. I can decide to host you today. Maybe we can just go on-site talk. But the chairman will bear the cost, not me.
You are speaking because maybe you are very close to the local government. You are asking questions about your environment.
I can tell you for free that the chairman has not met me. He doesn't know me.
Okay.
But because I'm someone who has passion for development, if he has done bad, I'll be here to criticize him that he has
Are you
done
saying
well.
there are no bad rules in this local government that you're saying?
No, he can't fix everything.
I know Oshodi sort of very well. I can tell you some bad rules.
Have you entered Oshodi? Because most people always believe that Oshodi, once they hear Oshodi, they only see the outside, maybe perhaps the marketplace. Oshodi is a very fantastic place. Take, for example, Kalejai Street. When you are coming through Bizan, because it's very close to the airport, the local international airport. Take close, for example, Kalejai Street. It's a very bad road. But he made a promise that if I get my second term in office, I'm going to fix that, and he has done it. Look at hospitality in Oshodi. Hotels here and there are fully booked on weekly basis, not for the other reason.
Well, what reason would you know?
But for travelers, people who are traveling are using Oshodi as just as a shorter
You're a
cut.
resident in Oshodi, Solo. Talking about this local government autonomy and development we're seeing, how can ordinary Nigerians who also live in Oshodi, Solo, who be aware about the environment? There are people who don't even know the name of the local government chairman. There are people who don't even know their councillors.
I disagree.
No, it's a fact. There are people who don't know their councillors.
I disagree, and that is why there has been sensitization ongoing. I remember when I think during this song going on in Oshodi now, like, come to Oshodi, we are enjoying. In Yoruba, they say, it shows that people are now aware that yes, there is life in governance at the local government level. So it's very evident, and it's so sweet that we are witnessing this at this time.
I mean, I enjoy the fact that you have a lot of hope, and in local government autonomy. I actually do as well, and I love the fact that you can see you are taking Oshodi as a case in point, and you're putting out there. However, all Lagosians and Nigerians don't live in Oshodi.
What is the local government are you from?
Just calm down. I'm asking questions here, so just relax. I think my question now is, okay, fine. This has been, the judgment has been passed. This is meant to be done. Now, going forward, fine, certain things have been implemented in that local government, which is fantastic. What of other local governments? What needs to be done? How can we start seeing this? Don't mention Oshodi again. How can we start seeing this in other local governments?
You see, when you are elected into office, you are meant to serve the people.
Yes.
And like you said, it's not every time we say, oh, we should hold the government. We have to hold the government accountable, because we give them the mandate. The power is with us. And when you hear politicians talk about structure, the people are the structure. So they want to protect the people at all costs, because they know that these are the people who give them the power to get to where they go to.
Let's be factual. We're talking about Nigeria.
Yes.
Right? They want to protect the people at all costs in Nigeria. Is that how we've seen it so far?
Yeah, you see, the local government issue is very, very broad. Like I said, if there's no encroachment from other states, from state governors on the local government chairman, I believe they will perform. But when there is restriction from some state government, Lagos State is doing well, Port Harcourt is doing well, some other northern states are also doing well when it comes to local government administration. So I will still go back to my point that every local government chairman must be held accountable by the people. You must give account.
Okay. So you
Just
said the state governments have been encroaching. Now they've given them the leeway. Oh yeah, do what you need to do.
That
oh yeah,
is it.
from your mouth now say it. How many months/years should we wait to see this come
This
to life?
implementation, the Supreme Court judgment,
yes.
July 11, 2024,
Yes.
just less than 2 years now. So it's a process. Rome is not beaten
That's
a
why I
day.
said give me dates now.
I should give you dates.
At what point should we call you
I
back
will
here
not,
and say,
I will
"See
not
what you
speak.
said"?
You are elected into office. I will not speak for you on the kind of performance you want to do. So it is left for you. It is left for you. So whatever you do in office, is left for you, because in few years, people will come back to say that, yes, have you truly performed? Have you lived up to expectation for the reason why you voted into office? So it is left for you and your conscience and the people you are serving.
It's electionary year, and we're seeing some permutations around the corner. You see the local government chairman now trying to fix roads and give some people palliatives and the likes. Where lies accountability? Because we've had this argument about Lagos State, especially, that in Lagos State that they've been doing local government autonomy even before the Supreme Court judgment. I don't know whether you can also
sure.
affirm to that. So at what point can we have this local government accountable? We've had cases whereby some councillors were arrested because they were not accountable to the funds given to them. That's why you see some states who say, okay, let's have these funds so that we can channel it to the local governments for them to be accountable. Where lies accountability in all of this?
Well, if the Economic Financial Crimes Commission, in collaboration with state governments, can also create, other states can also create, their, state anti-financial units or commission, I believe that they can properly check the excesses of some local government chairmen. To be honest with you, some local government chairmen just come into office, pay salary, and they go home. They don't care. And that is the honest truth. But we must give kudos to those who are doing well. And those who are not doing well, they must be properly checked. These funds, what are you using it for? This contract that you approved, have you executed the contract? Those of those councillors that you collected constituency projects, I don't know if councillors are being given constituency projects, in all honesty. So are you using the funds for what is meant for? So I believe that there should be a state anti-financial commission for every state that can checkmate, the excesses of this local government, because this issue should be left with the EFCC, then we are overstretching the activities and it's going to be so overwhelming on them. So state government should also be given the opportunity to have their anti-financial commission as well.
Well, basically, when we talk about this, we keep wondering at what point can we have more of these dividends to Nigerians? Because some have said that criticizing the president, the president has been saying, hold your governors accountable. So the governors will hold the chairman to accountable. So and the FAC allocation has doubled. So we should be seeing more development at the local government.
And that has been my point, that hold them accountable. If it's going to take you to protest, if it's going to take you to knock on their door, that based on what is coming in, it has doubled, it has tripled. And it's after the removal of the fuel subsidy that we've seen the surge in the federal allocation to states and local governments. And many local government chairmen have come out to say that everything they are doing, and it's all thanks to Mr. President for giving them the opportunity to perform, because they now have the liberty and freedom to perform at optimal best. So, like the president said, hold your governors accountable, and the governors to also pressure the local government chairman to do the right thing for the people at the grassroots, because power belongs to them, it's at the grassroots.
All right, well, it's getting very interesting at the moment. So where lies the rules of residents of any community? Because I gave an example earlier, we were trying to debunk it, that there are some residents that don't even know the name of their local government chairman.
Well,
so where lies the responsibility wherever you live, that you can know your councillors, chairmen, and those who are in elected positions?
That, like I said, not all local government chairmen are doing well. Some are doing well. I can speak from our local government. Vast majority of the residents know him. Some might not. It's not everybody that is interested in, don't let us deceive ourselves. Not everybody is interested in politics or governance. Everybody just wants to go to their normal work, come back home and sleep. So it's technically impossible for everybody to know you. It's technically impossible. But like you said, it's just about the grassroots. If you are elected into office at the ward level, You as a councillor, you know your people. Have a town hall meeting from time to time. Update your people on your scorecard, the things you are doing. You know, if it's going to take it for you to go to the CDC or the CDA, for you to meet with, you know, the heads of landlords and everybody, just to, you know, get closer to your people so that people will know that, yes, truly the government is doing something. It's not that you just go into the office, you collect salary, you go home, you sit in your car and just do nothing.
All right, so we have an update from the Lagos State Environmental Sanitation at the moment.
Yes, of course. Now, the Lagos State has commenced its monthly environmental sanitation exercise after an 8-year break. Now, the 2-hour exercise runs from 6:30 a.m. to 8:30 a.m., unlike the previous 3-hour exercise held between 7 a.m. and 10 a.m. Now, in 2016, the Lagos environmental sanitation exercise was suspended following a court ruling which declared the restriction of movement during sanitation hours illegal. Now, residents are seen cleaning their surroundings in Ikoyi-Obalende area. The Environmental Services Department of the Ikoyi-Obalende area is seen removing illegal shanties on drainages. Okay.
Well, interesting development there that we're seeing from the Lagos State government. Residents are seen clearing their surroundings and communities. This is a good one that we're seeing in Lagos State at the moment. I don't know whether you quickly want to react to that in just 1 minute.
Well, I think this is long overdue. I don't know the reason why the state government cancelled this in the first place. In all honesty, I see no reason why cleanliness should
There was a court judgment in 2016.
Well, I think the courts should always be careful when it comes to some, you know, critical issues by giving because I don't see why you now give restriction when it comes to cleanliness. You know, because many people can, you know, contact diseases through all this, because Lagos in recent has been exposed to death. Don't let us deceive ourselves. And I'm thankful to Mr. Governor that this is coming back, and everybody should be, you know, be involved. Ensure that you clean your house. I overheard you say that the other time that wole, all this kind of thing. We need to bring back this thing. There was a time that in Lagos State, you can't even throw paper on the floor. During the time of Warrior and Diagon, you'll be picked up. You know, we must imbibe this culture in people that when we throw dirt, we should have street police who are on mufti, who should be at flashpoints. That once you throw something, you are picked up and you are thrown into the Black Maria and you are tried at the mobile court. Once they're sentenced to 3 months, then I believe that if the news go around, other people will sit up.
Don't you think the same level should actually be also meted to local government men who are actually not delivering?
Of course, like that's what I said, that there should be a...
No, you said we should go and knock on their doors and protest.
Yes, of course. Why, if they are not... why don't you can pick them up? They don't have immunity. Okay. They don't have immunity. They don't have immunity.
Amazing.
The death we see on Lagos Street at the moment is a bit alarming. I said earlier that enough of this. At what point can we have cleaner Lagos? I remember there was a time we had landscape, and some said the scape was not giving, the vision scape was not giving that scape to ensure that things get better in the state. But now that we're seeing reintroduction of this environmental sanitation, we hope that this will keep Lagos cleaner and better.
Yeah, but and another thing on this issue of sanitation, because I believe that some local governments are having issues with these local contractors, these waste and disposal guys. Okay. So they've been having issues on contract agreements, on shares, on how they are going to fund and everything. So these have also caused major issues, and the LOMA is overstretched. Do they have enough vehicles to cover the state?
There's a mandate on them now that after this environmental sanitation, they go around and pick all the debts.
And that's what I'm saying. Do they have all the operational vehicles for them to? So the state government just really need to invest, you know, in waste management purpose, so that we can have a cleaner Lagos.
Absolutely. Political analyst Ayotunde Olude, thank you so much for joining us on
Thank you very much for having me. Thank you very much.
We're from local government autonomy to environmental sanitation.
Yeah, it's all local government, because everything is local.
We hope to see a better Lagos. All right, we'll take a break at the moment. So when we come back from the break, it's time to talk entertainment. Do not go anywhere. We'll be right back.